Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into something pretty fascinating and honestly really accessible. We're talking simple, at-home, natural skin remedies, the kind meant to give you that natural glow.
Mm.
And our mission, as always, is to dig into the source material you've shared and pull out those useful, maybe even surprising insights. I'm quite keen to see how effective these everyday kitchen things can actually be. So yeah, let's get into it.
Sounds good. Where do we start?
Okay, first up, we've got one that sounds, well, almost like food prep, a mix of turmeric and coconut oil. The sources say apply it for about, 10 minutes?
Yeah, around that.
And the benefits mentioned are turmeric being anti-inflammatory, coconut oil moisturizing, and maybe even helping fade dark spots. But, what's the real deal scientifically? Why does this combo work?
Well, it's pretty interesting stuff. Turmeric, it contains curcumin. And that's the powerhouse, really.
Yeah.
It actively works on the skin's inflammatory pathways. So it's not just calming redness generally. It interferes with the process.
Okay, right. Curcumin.
Exactly. And the coconut oil, yes, it moisturizes, but it's also packed with specific fatty acids. Lauric acid is a key one.
Lauric acid.
Yeah. And it does two things.
Yeah.
It helps strengthen your skin's natural barrier, so you lose less moisture. And its structure actually helps it penetrate a bit deeper. This can sort of assist with cell regeneration over time, which might be why people see improvement in dark spots.
Oh, makes sense. Deeper than just sitting on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So moving from the spice rack to the fruit bowl, the sources mention using half a lemon rolled in sugar. You rub it in circles.
That's the method described, yes.
Now, I have definitely heard warnings about putting lemon, straight citrus on your skin. What do the sources tell us about this one? It's meant to brighten and exfoliate, right?
It is, and you're right to flag the caution. That's super important. So the sugar part is straightforward physical exfoliation. It's like gently buffing off that top layer of dead skin cells.
Okay, instant brightness, sort of.
Exactly. Smoother surface revealed. And the lemon, well, it's got vitamin C, a known brightener, antioxidant. Good for evening out tone. But
here comes the but.
yeah, here it comes. Lemon juice is very acidic, and it contains these things called furocoumarins.
Furo what now?
Furocoumarins. The key thing is when they're on your skin and exposed to sunlight, they can cause phototoxicity.
Phototoxicity. So, a bad reaction to light.
Precisely. Much higher sun sensitivity. You could end up with burns or actually worse hyperpigmentation if you're not extremely careful. So brightens, yes.
Risky?
Good. Also, yes. Needs that big warning label.
Okay, that is a really crucial detail. Good to know. So for our third remedy, we have something that sounds, quite gentle and soothing. A milk and honey compress.
Sounds nice, doesn't it?
It does. Cotton pads dipped in warm milk with honey, pressed on the skin for maybe 5 minutes. Benefits highlighted are lactic acid in milk for lightening and honey for locking in moisture. What's the deeper story here?
What's neat here is the combination. Milk has lactic acid, which, is an AHA and alpha hydroxy acid.
Right, AHAs.
But it's a very gentle one. Unlike some stronger acids, it works by dissolving the glue between dead skin cells really subtly. So you get mild exfoliation, cell turnover, helps lighten and smooth things out without much irritation.
Okay. Gentle exfoliation.
Exactly. And then the honey, it's a fantastic humectant, pulls moisture into the skin. But some sources also point out it has natural enzymes and maybe some mild antibacterial qualities too.
So kind of a multitasker.
Yeah, you're getting that gentle exfoliation, hydration, and maybe a bit of calming action all at once.
These all sound quite appealing and easy to try, but your source material really hammers home some warnings. Non-negotiable precautions, it sounds like.
Right, absolutely vital. This is where that whole natural equals safe idea can get you into trouble. It's just not always true.
Okay, so what are the must-dos?
First, always patch test. Put a little bit of the mixture on a hidden spot behind your ear, inner arm, whatever, wait 24 hours. Check for any redness, itching, any reaction before you put it all over your face. Your skin is unique.
Right, makes sense. Check first.
And second, maybe even more critical with some of these, sunscreen afterwards.
Always.
Even if you do it at night, especially if you're going out the next day. The source is clear. Natural doesn't mean zero sensitivity to the sun. Ingredients like that lactic acid or the compounds in lemon, they can make your skin significantly more photosensitive.
So more prone to burning or sun damage.
Exactly. Or even making pigmentation worse. So protection is key.
Okay, super important caveats there. So wrapping this up, What does this deep dive tell us? We've seen some really practical, very accessible remedies using stuff you probably already have. It feels quite empowering, actually.
It is. But I think a really critical takeaway, something to chew on from the source,
Mm-hmm.
is about questioning assumptions. What does natural even mean in skincare? Is it always better? Is it always safer? Even with things from your kitchen garden, you need to understand what they do, how they might react with your skin, and especially that sun interaction piece. It just encourages you to be, a critical thinker about what goes on your skin, lab-made or plant-based.
Totally agree. So, armed with this knowledge, knowing what might work, how it works, and crucially, those safety steps, you can make smarter choices. You can use nature's pantry, sure, but do it wisely.